Guys, welcome to What's Barking Local. My name is Jerry Miller. It's great to be with you on a gorgeous Wednesday afternoon across the Commonwealth of Virginia. Yeah. Albemarle County, Charlottesville, and Central Virginia, hello. Welcome to What's Barking Local, undoubtedly the premier broadcast for celebrating and championing animals in Virginia, in Central Virginia, in Charlottesville, and Albemarle. It's powered by Animal Connection, Central Virginia's best pet store, for 17 years. And let's go to the two-shot. Let's welcome the entrepreneur and the businesswoman, the social entrepreneur behind Animal Connection.
Social entrepreneur.
Her name is Pattie Boden. For 17 years, she has turned her store into an epicenter of everything positive of animals in the community.
Wow, that's a lot to live up to.
We missed you last week.
We did. Well, we had some good things going on. I mean, the
best of.
The best of show turned out really, really well.
Thank you.
And, gave some excellent clips from, if you haven't seen the show before, that would be a good one to watch, and you'll know what we're really all about.
We should do just an idea, and you're the executive producer. I'm a lowly producer. We should do a best of maybe every 5 weeks, where it's you and I on the show. He's queuing up the clips, the highlight reels.
Yeah.
We know what they're about.
Yeah.
And we break them down and discuss why we like that aspect of the program.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You'll get a chance in July.
I love it. Okay, very good. Tell us about the vacation that transpired.
Oh, man, what didn't we do? We went down to Ocracoke, and we paddled, we rode bikes, we went fishing, we explored every marsh and creek and beachfront that we could find, and it was just a great time to be away and see a different part of the country.
I love it. I love it. And you're a beach gal?
I love the beach. I love anywhere there's water.
Okay. Well, you were missed.
Yeah.
We certainly missed doing the show with you. We enjoyed doing the show. Guys, I'll tell you what, the show is popping right now. There's a lot of people on the stream. Give it a like, give it a share. Harris, check those audio levels for us, my friend. And let's introduce what is happening at Animal Connection over the last week or so. All
right. Well, tonight's a big night. If you can't get to Keswick tonight, tonight is Eastminster Dog Show, and it's a fun show. There are things like the senior dogs and musical chairs and costumes, and it's all free, and we collect donations with SVCA, and that's going on tonight at 6 o'clock if you can make it, and if not, get on our Facebook page tomorrow or the next day, and you'll see a recap and some of the costumes and know what's going on. And let's see what else. We have a new greeter at the store, and he's sitting outside the store. We have named him Captain Ernie.
Captain Ernie.
Yeah, in honor of...
Your dog.
Well, kind of.
Was it?
And also a sea captain we kind of harassed on the fishing boat the other week. So it's kind of dual duty, but...
Because your Chesapeake Bay Retriever was Ernie.
He was.
Right? And that was the inspiration of the store.
True, but the sea captain's name was Captain Ernie, so this is
so it's got two meanings.
Tongue-in-cheek, yeah.
I love it.
He's sitting out there holding court and looking very pleased with himself. And let's see, we're getting a lot of new bookings with our new groomer, our second groomer, Carol. Carol's also there too. Malaya is getting really, really busy with full-service grooming. That's awesome. And we have 3 ways that you can get your dog taken care of now at Animal Connection. First of all, there's full grooming. Second of all, there's the self-serve groom. And then we have a third option. It's called wash and go. And you bring your dog, we will wash it and towel dry it, and you're off to the races. It's a lot less expensive. It's kind of meeting somewhere in the middle, but you can go have a cup of coffee and you come back and at least your dog can be clean.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. So the risk that you took with the self-serve dog wash is paying off.
Oh, yeah. And then adding the second groomer was kind of scary. We were like, oh, gosh, what if we get her here and nothing's happening? Well, she's filling up fast and everything's tickety-boo.
Let's talk about who we have on set. Cindy Robertson, I feel like, is a name, and I'm going to get out of your way, is a name a lot of folks know.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
You have great brand equity in the community, and I have feeling your PR is about to be rolled out very, very well here. Pattie Boden, the show is yours.
Well, Sydney's a longtime friend of the store, and her adorable dogs, Fitz and Harper, come in to have their little spa treatment, and she shops with us, and she's just a breath of fresh air and a lot of fun, and she knows a heck of a lot about the Charlottesville real estate market, how millennials are shopping the real estate market, and cool things that people are looking for for dogs. I mean, if you want a dog-friendly house or property, you're going to want to listen in on this because Sydney knows her stuff.
I love it. I love it. So why don't we give you the show? We're going to go on a one-shot. Your camera is right there.
Fabulous.
There you go.
Introduce Sydney Robertson and passions, hobbies, interests, family, what you love to do, what you love about the area, what you love about work, to the community.
Wonderful. Well, hi, everyone viewing. I am so happy to be here to talk about two of my greatest loves, real estate and them puppies, because I love me some puppies. I moved to Charlottesville in high school, actually. I'm a proud alum of Renaissance School.
Nice.
Loved it. Not too far from where we're recording this right now. And then I had the pleasure of attending the University of Virginia, where I graduated in 2012, and I've been a very involved alum. I was the president of the UVA Club of Charlottesville for a few years, and recently stepped down because my real estate career is bumping, which is great, but I was ready to hand the reins over to someone else who had some more time. And, I have always loved real estate. I've had the absolute pleasure of being able to do it for my full-time job. Not everyone is able to, get paid to do what they love. Unlike us three, we've cracked the code.
Passion, your profession, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly. Right. No, I love it. And I've been in residential sales for about 5.5 years, and I did do a year of property management before that. So I have a pretty robust background from my young age.
I love it.
And beyond dogs and real estate, I do love travel. That's my only way I ever get a few hours of non-working, pretty much, unless I'm, in front of a camera or in a different time zone. I am on that phone making some deals. I actually just picked up a new client before I walked over here.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah, I would say that's
24/7.
And then, I before I moved here in high school, I grew up on the Gulf Coast of Alabama, actually. So some people are like, wow, you kind of are, you're a 15-hour drive away from where you originally were born. But I absolutely love Charlottesville. I actually went to Boston for a year after I graduated from UVA because I thought, let's try out some of that big city living. And I came to my senses real fast. I came back only 9 months later.
And, welcome back to the South.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I love to travel, but Charlottesville to me is home. I think it has just enough of that big city flavor with our wonderful, food scene and entertainment and having the wonderful university, which I adore, of course. But it has enough of a small town feel that, driving to the grocery store doesn't take every last bit of energy you have.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Sizzle reel that for Sydney. I'm going to ask her a question. You fire away after me here. I want to throw this to you. 2 dogs.
Yes.
What do you enjoy doing in Charlottesville, Albemarle County, and Central Virginia? We're showing them on screen. Yeah. With your 2 dogs.
So my dogs, F. Scott Fitzgerald and Harper Lee.
Whoa.
Fitz and Harper for short. I'm a millennial with no children, so I get a bit extra with my dog names.
Go.
So we love taking our dogs everywhere. We recently have really enjoyed getting out and hiking in this beautiful weather. So White Rock Falls has been one hike that we absolutely adore. It has some puddles they can jump in when they're getting a bit hot. And then, of course, that's only about a 10-minute drive from Devil's Backbone, which,
good finishing point.
Yeah, that is not a bad place to be with a beverage and a puppy to hang out. It is not bad at all. But otherwise, our dogs are always by our side. They sometimes accompany on real estate showings when the weather's not too hot.
Get
They'll be
out.
hanging out.
That's so baller.
Oh, yeah. When Fitz was brand new, he was the first one we got. He was with me for every single showing because I was not about to have him having accidents at all.
When we first started getting to know you, we were getting your dogs clean and ready for your wedding.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right. Yes. So speaking of traveling with my dogs,
I'm
the kind of person that wants to set my mind to it. I don't like to let things sit. So I got engaged in February of 17, and we were married 3 weeks later. And
get out! Good for you. I love it.
Yeah, no, I'm not a time waster. I'm an efficient go-getter. So that translated also to my wedding. And so we got married 3 weeks later. We went to Savannah, Georgia, and I say we kind of eloped with family. We actually had 24 people able to clear their schedules and accompany us,
in
which
3 weeks
was kind of shocking. We kept inviting people saying, there's no way you can come. And then they kept going, oh, no, we're coming.
Where'd you get married?
So we got married in one of the squares, and we just had Tybee Island Jack. He's a great guy. He married us in a 15-minute ceremony. We had 30 minutes of photography, and then the day was ours.
Jack.
He's a great guy. And so since we did such a quick wedding.
You guys look great. We're showing you photos. Yeah.
Yes.
Good job, Harris. Keep them coming, baby.
But, you know, since we got married so quickly, I didn't have bridesmaids. I didn't have anything like that. So the one role of honor we bestowed upon our close friend, James, was he was the honorary dog wrangler. So that was a position of honor in our wedding. He held the pups while we were saying our vows. And actually, one of my favorite memories of our wedding is right as the second of us said their last I do, Fitz went, woo, as a sign of approval. And we all laughed.
Way to go, Fitz.
Yeah, he was very happy. Yeah.
I love where this is going. Pattie, jump in here. What do you, I mean, this is our kind of interview right here.
Oh, yeah.
Outspoken, loves dogs, loves to have fun, works hard, plays hard.
My favorite kind of people, you know?
Let's throw this to you here. Talk to us about real estate. What you love about real estate, what you love about your career, because clearly your passion is your profession.
Thank you. Well, you know, I personally love investing in real estate. I have a rental property. My family enjoys buying properties that are old and renovating them and bringing them back up to their luster so that, you know, our old town doesn't become a whole set of just brand new construction. It's nice to have a mix of old and new. So we also just love that aspect of transformation and revitalizing areas.
You just said that little house on the park, right? Belmont Park?
Yeah, well, yeah, we had a house that we sold last year, and it was a little 900 square foot thing, super cute. And I actually get my hair cut in a little tiny house in the backyard near that house, and so I get to spy on it and see how it is holding up, and it still looks great.
Yeah. I remember you talking about it because you were saying what bold colors you were using.
Yes.
The navy.
I'm not afraid
everything.
of some color. I am not afraid of some color.
Christy Saucier Collins says Harper and Fitz make their appearance on television. Love you, Sid.
Thank you, Christy, for the shout out.
Yes, she's giving you some props right now.
Oh
Liz, is it Liz Well Beloved?
Yes,
Liz
a
Well
client of mine.
Beloved is giving you some props right now.
Thank you, Liz.
Talk to us about Pattie Boden. What you love about Pattie
hell's
Boden
bells.
here?
Well, I will say, when we first got our dogs, you know, I grew up kind of in the country in Alabama where we had dogs that didn't really go to groomers. And when I, you know, made the intention of getting some dogs that didn't shed, I knew I'd be having to get them groomed and stuff like that. And we actually had a bad experience with a groomer in town that I won't name. That was fine, but it wasn't good for a little puppy that was surrounded by a bunch of loud noises, and he wasn't very happy. And so I said, well, enough with that. I'm taking it to the lady I know I trust to have a good positive experience. This is a dog who's going to have his self-groomed his whole life. And, you know, the minute that I spoke with the groomer when we brought him out, I knew this was different. This was a positive experience for him. He was happy. He, you know, didn't worry about when he had to go. It clearly was a positive experience for him. I really appreciated their feedback. And I trust her, honestly, as much as my vet when I ask for different the behavioral issues and things like that. She's been super helpful. The food she recommended, I've never turned back. That's the only food my dogs eat. And when we got Harper 3 months later, clearly I was impatient again. I couldn't wait for that second dog. There was only one place that I was going to be bringing her, and that's the person that I recommend all of my new clients that are moving to town go to.
Wow, I owe you
sizzle
an
reel
étouffée
that
for
Harris
that
told
one.
her. That's a sizzle reel right there. How does that make you feel?
I owe her an étouffée and a jambalaya and a king cake and all kinds of things.
You know,
for
I
that.
won't turn it down.
I mean, that's got to make you feel good, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's your business.
Yep.
Let's spotlight the friendship that's budding right here. What's happening with Sydney? Why you like her?
Who wouldn't? I mean,
No, I like your energy. I really do.
Come on. You know how shy I am, and we're kind of like sisters in that way, you know?
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
How about this question for you? Are you taking your pooches to restaurants? And you've highlighted Devil's Backbone. There's a pooch out there with a stuffed animal, actually. Are you taking your pooches to restaurants, to any watering holes, vineyards, and wineries? And if so, give the lowdown on why you take them there.
Yeah, so we are big fans of Blue Mountain Brewery.
Love
we
it.
love that outdoor area. We love that they have designated dog-friendly areas because Fitz can be calm, but Harper can be a bit aggressive with her love. And so we never want her to be in an area where people maybe aren't expecting dogs. But yeah, we love that. Pro Renata is a great area.
Love Pro Renata.
Love to be out there with the dogs.
Let's give some props to Dave Warwick. He's watching right now. He says Sydney's a
Dave.
sweetheart. Tough shoes to fill next week. He's coming on next week?
He is coming
very
next
nice.
week.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Three Notch. Wonderful Three
He's
Notch.
watching.
I've been a fan of theirs since they first started. I love all the founders. I love Dave. They're such a great family-friendly and dog-friendly place, and I love their whole brew pub.
Yes, indeed.
Delicious food and delicious beer.
I love the Minuteman's my favorite beer. Dave Warwick knows that. The Ghost and the 40 Mile. All those 2 beers and the Minuteman. 3 3-notch beers in my top 7. Dave Warwick.
We have similar beer tastes. We should drink together.
We should drink together. I
We
love
should be
IPAs.
drinking now.
Yeah. I mean, we have some 40
could.
Mile in the fridge right there. I could ask Judah
What's
to bring
Judah
some
doing?
40
I
Mile.
think that'd
Should
be a
we-
good idea.
Dave, next week we're doing this, homie. Jump in here, Pattie Boden. What's on your brain?
Oh my gosh! Well, one thing I wanted to ask Sydney was the kind of things that she's seeing. I mean, Charlottesville's such a crazy market, and people love their dogs so much. I was just wondering what kind of neat things she saw people building or designing around that make their houses more dog friendly.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
I think if you are not a dog person, you might be kind of surprised by how important dogs play a factor into what homes people are purchasing. I've worked with many buyers that, honestly, their dog is why they're buying a house.
That's why I bought my car.
Yeah, early on in my career, I had friends that I knew that were moving into town, and they were like, "We have a German Shepherd. We can't find anywhere to rent. We have to buy."
German Shepherds.
Yeah. And I actually have a renter with a German Shepherd, so it's not impossible, but she does pay a pretty penny. But yeah, so it's interesting. And I have clients who have dogs that they say an invisible fence is not going to cut it for this animal. He is a runner. And so certain neighborhoods that don't allow.
I live in Redfield. It's tough with 2 German Shepherds. Invisible fence did not cut it.
Yeah.
With my 130-pound all black Leo German Shepherd that terrifies people, but is a sweetheart.
Yeah, of course.
An utter sweetheart.
But yeah, so some neighborhoods are off limits for people. And it's interesting because open concept, open layouts are really important for a lot of people, and that's the trend we've been seeing for many years now. But you'd be kind of surprised sometimes when I'm working with, dog parents or, parents of actual human children. They want to know that they can, put up some gates and safeguard actually. So they actually need a doorway somewhere that they can block off.
A dog can get a lot of speed going in an open concept house.
Yes, they can. Flooring choices, actually, a lot of people will do not just what it's made of, like, a lot of people don't want carpet or that kind of thing, but also the color. People that have really light-haired dogs, they're going to see every single hair that dog sheds on that dark-colored floor that looks beautiful.
Oh, my gosh. When we moved into our house in Whitehall, what was in the living room and the dining room? White Berber carpet. I had an Irish Wolfhound, a white German Shepherd, and a Chesapeake. All of them loved water. I mean, that was the first thing I stripped out of there and got some wood flooring.
We're showing it on screen right now. One of the things that I want to highlight with what you're doing and what your firm is doing, is it fair to call it a boutique firm?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, we are only in Charlottesville, and we specialize in this area and special homes, too.
One of the things that I admire about the Loring Woodruff brand is it embodies class and sophistication and the right look and elegance.
Thank you.
And phenomenal design. And I feel like as someone who owns an advertising agency here, like the brand equity and the perception of the brand in the community is just pristine.
Well, when the owner of the company has previous experience styling for Ralph Lauren,
yes,
you're going to have a house that's styled well to present to the market. I mean, that's why my house got sold by this agency.
Talk
years
to us.
ago.
Yeah, and Whitehall?
Between Whitehall and Crozet.
Right, between Whitehall and Crozet.
Yeah, and my house wasn't easy to sell, so it really took some styling to get it done.
I love it. Talk to us about that aspect, Sydney.
Yeah, so I mean, it's interesting. Every home is unique, and you really need someone who's willing to have the vision and the knowledge of what buyers are looking for. It doesn't take every buyer liking your house. It takes one buyer who loves your house, right? So it's not that you have to paint every wall white or make it so vanilla. Your home, I remember, it's a great for an animal lover, right? And so you had to highlight those features. I mean, we employ all kinds of professionals, whether it's home staging. We use professional photography for every single house we will ever sell has professional photography. And you really have to know what to highlight to get those people out there, for sure.
Challenges, trials, tribulations of being a young entrepreneur in real estate in the community.
Yeah, so I will say, my youth has been my asset, I would think. There aren't that many real estate agents in my age range. I am a millennial.
Yeah.
And speaking of millennials, there was a study.
28?
I'm 29.
29.
I'll be 30 in October.
Love it.
Oh, boy.
I'm just going to be hitting my stride. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to turn 30. So it's interesting. SunTrust did a study in 2017 that said 33% of millennials cited having a dog as the reason they bought a home, which was more than being married or having children.
Really?
So
you love hearing that.
I do like
Yeah.
I chose not to have kids. I'd rather have dogs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a personal choice for everyone, but millennials are choosing dogs before kids right now. It's been really awesome because, I do have that energy that's a little easier to have when you're young. I'm hungry. This isn't my third, fourth, fifth career. This isn't supplemental income. This is my main jam. This is what I do. It's what I live for. I need it to feed my family of 2 and 2 dogs. So I think people can feel my passion and feel my energy.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Jonas Smith, welcome to the program. Jonas Smith of the Yes Team, one of your colleagues. Brian Harris, the Arc of the Piedmont, is watching right now.
Yes.
Joe Thomas, welcome to the program, the broadcaster. Harvey Mayorga of the new Cuban restaurant in the Woodbrook Shopping Center is watching right now.
Olé.
A number of people. Brittany Edie says hello.
Right.
Dave Warwick has given us the heart emoji. I would think that's after us giving him some props. You're getting a lot of props on your feed from Laura. Is it Mulvaney? Mike
Laura.
McGlowan, Jojo Brady, Colleen
All right.
Wise Owens. Guys, give the show a like and a share, just like Carl Garrett has on Sydney's
Oh,
page.
hey, Carl, a wonderful lender. He's helped out a few of my clients.
I love it. He's giving you props, says you look great.
Oh, thanks.
Let me throw this to you here. Breaking into the market.
Yes.
Talk to us about how you did that. Because when you're a realtor and you're a real estate agent, you're an entrepreneur, you're running your own business.
Yeah, so
you're using Lori Woodruff as back-end support and infrastructure.
Definitely.
Is that fair?
Yeah, totally. So I know Loring because it's a small town from
course.
babysitting for her when I was in college.
Crazy.
No way. Oh, my
And
gosh.
I was working in property management, and I said, hey, lady, can I come bend your ear on my lunch break? And she was like, Sydney, you're so fabulous. If you're getting your real estate license, you're going to jump in feet first. You're going to be fabulous from the gate. I think we have room for you if you want to do this full time. And I said, I'm no idiot. I'm going to take this opportunity real quick. So I wasn't necessarily looking to get in full time right away, but I do not look a gift horse in the mouth, and I was going to make it happen. So, I tell people to do well in real estate, you got to know people that want to buy and sell houses, and they got to trust you, right? And so I just got really kind of lucky in that way that preparation meets opportunity because, in my first month, I was fortunate enough to get 2 homes under contract. It was special that the first home I ever got under contract was for my brother.
Get
So
out.
he was
That's
my first
awesome.
client.
There you go.
Having a brand new baby has that way of making you see that your first starter home, about 900 square feet, is a little small to baby proof. So,
I'm in 3,000 square feet in Redfields with a wife, a son, and 2 German Shepherds, and we're at the brink.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I know.
We're at the brink right
I know
now.
a realtor that can help you.
I know you do. I know you
Redfields
do.
is hot right now.
Redfields is hot right now. That
Yeah.
neighborhood's always hot.
I hear
Yes.
expansion.
Yeah. It's slow. It's going to happen. It's soon.
So that was really special that I got to have him be my first client. So
What do you think of Pattie Boden?
I'm just wondering what's next for Jerry Miller.
What I'd like to know,
Yeah?
because I always want to learn, and I love the guests that you bring on this program.
I specialize in really shy people, don't I?
She's awesome.
I know.
You're rocking it. Neighborhoods, and you highlighted Redfields, okay. Neighborhoods that you see that are holding their value really well and are quick to sell.
Well, honestly, the biggest growth in value and demand that I've seen is just anything in the city or just outside under 500.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a few clients. I've been in it long enough now that people that I've helped buy I'm now selling, and I have 2 different clients that I help them buy right, around the 300 range that are seeing $50,000, $60,000, and $70,000 increases in value just in the last 3 years.
Oh my God.
Each of them putting in like less than $10,000 in upgrades. I mean, like they're doing some upgrading, but nothing of that level.
Yay, there's hope for Hogwaller.
Hogwaller's gonna boom.
Hot.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I'm liking
No,
it.
you were on a gold mine with Willow Tree coming there and that entire epicenter. They're putting I literally found out about this. They're putting a Grit Coffee there.
A Grit Coffee and a brewery.
And a brewery. And they're doing
And
an
a
event
restaurant.
space.
And an event space.
With a restaurant. I mean, you're on the cusp of it's going to blow up, Pattie. It's going to get to the point where you and Conrad are going to be like, oh my gosh, traffic is at another level that we never anticipated. That's going to happen.
I know, that's true.
It's going to be the new Belmont. What do you think about that, Sydney?
I don't know.
I think that's a very desirable neighborhood, especially for people that are looking for more approachable price points.
No doubt.
Yes.
And especially with millennials and young professionals and folks that have strong jobs that want to walk downtown.
The people that live in our immediate neighborhood don't get priced out. And it's coming. There's these sweet old ladies that walk by when we're out doing our vegetable garden. They stand there and go, honey, I just love what you're doing. You young people are making this house look so nice. I mean,
you love that?
Young people.
You love it, don't you?
I think that's awesome. That's funny. But I hope they can stay.
Yeah. But you're a businesswoman. You see the writing on the wall.
I know. It happens.
Yeah. Taxes are going up there, aren't they?
It happens. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going up. They're going up for our building here. Your concerns? Any thoughts on that? On how it's rare and it's happening in the city of Charlottesville that assessments and real estate taxes are going up at the same time.
Yeah.
That is tough on the homeowner.
I hear you. I know.
Yeah, but you say it as a barometer for resale, and you're saying that's the catch-22 aspect?
Well, the interesting thing, I think, in Charlottesville, being such a transient community with the university here, there's a lot of people who move here for 2 to 6 years, The rental market is so strong.
Yes, it is.
So as long as it's really expensive to rent, it's going to make owning seem really appealing. And honestly, prices have kind of stabilized, so I think a lot of people that have been waiting for the right time to buy should be really looking at it right now, because prices, are kind of hovering about the same as they were last year, as opposed to the year before that, where we saw a great amount of growth from spring to spring. I think we're in a healthy real estate market right now.
I love it. Tim Ryan, welcome to the program. Rick Henderson in Richmond, Chris Turner in Crozet, our buddy Dave Warwick, who's watching right now, just bought a house.
He did.
With
That's
Michelle.
Right. That's right.
And I'm excited for you, Dave. We will talk about that with you. How about this? With the Hogwaller piece and the Hogwaller neighborhood, I got to think that is just a wonderful neighborhood for dog owners.
It is. We have dogs next door. We have dogs across the street. There's people walking dogs back and forth. And in fact, Conrad has suggested that I get one of those little gum machine kind of things, those old-timey things, and put treats right by our mailbox.
Love it.
Yeah. So, people may see that pretty soon.
Winston Alley's giving you props.
Oh, hey.
Seth, is it Ragosta?
Yeah.
Is giving you some props right now. Give the show a like, give it a share. Jonathan Galasso is watching in Fluvanna. Bill Granford in Charlottesville. Thank you for watching. Chris Collier and Caroline Cruz, thank you kindly for watching. Charlottesville, for a millennial that's married, that has 2 kids, and maybe, I'm not assuming, but maybe aspirations for a family on the horizon. Talk to us about what you love about this area and how it fits your needs so well.
I'm one of those people that totally fell in love, and we're one of those families where one person moved here and everybody followed. Who
followed?
So my brother was the first one who came here.
Okay.
Mom and I followed when I was in high school, and then Mom went down to Alabama to be with her father as he was aging. I went to Boston, and then we all came right on back. And we're lifers now. We are. I live in the Lewis Mountain neighborhood. We're about to do a big renovation on my house.
That's a great neighborhood.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. And we're about to do some dog-friendly renovations on our house, too. And Mom's building a place across the street for her, and so we're in it.
Nice.
We're in it. We're putting our roots down.
Well, you and your mom did the renovation of your rental house. Or not the rental house, but the one that you sold in Belmont. And you work on it together?
Yes, we did. And then we
Very
also...
stylish.
Thanks. Yeah, and then we also did my rental property that I have. We renovated that, and I've been kind of slumming it in my house in a great neighborhood, but with the world's worst kitchen for about
Why is it
4 years now.
really tight?
Teeny tiny.
Yeah.
I can't emphasize enough how teeny tiny.
What do they call them? Are they calling is it galley kitchen?
It's not even a galley.
Is that what it's called?
I mean, that's one style of doing it. If it's like a hallway,
right,
with
like
2
a
ends.
shotgun kitchen.
Yeah, mine's like an L shape where they don't even. I have 2 upper cabinets in my whole kitchen. Got
storage.
them 2. So yeah, it's rough, but we have a plan. We have the dream. In the end, it'll all be worth it. talk to me in like a year and a half.
What's
and
the
I'll be
dream?
singing
Blow it
it.
up? Blow it open?
So there's a very odd addition on the back now. So I think we're going to remove the old addition and put on the new. We're not going to increase the footprint very much. We're just going to make it work.
Yeah.
I don't need a big
More
house.
efficient.
I need a house that works for me.
I love it.
And it's actually funny. One of the areas of the real estate market that I think is really lacking is high-end small homes, which is why I like to see people renovate these smaller homes in Hogwaller or Belmont and things like that, because it's been kind of impossible for my mom to find like 1,000 square foot.
So you're thinking like
nice house.
like an Ednam and some of the ones around Boden?
Yeah, those fill that need for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, part of the reason that we're building for my mom is that she doesn't need anything big. We just want something high-end,
I
nice,
follow the
smaller.
MLS very closely. We run one of the businesses we run out of here is the real estate investment.
Yeah.
And I've got a curious question for you.
Yeah.
Why are the homes between Beer Run and Water Street, the townhomes, that are going from like 9 to 1-2, selling at such rapid clip? I mean, we're talking about townhomes that are being purchased, like they're brownstone lookalikes.
The CNO
3
row
levels,
and
the CNO
those.
row. Okay. Sold once and now reselling again.
Well, it's interesting. I know just anecdotally at least like a couple of those because people at my firm helped them buy and then sold them. People that are buying people that are buying at that income level, they also are movers and shakers, and sometimes their careers take them elsewhere. So I know at least a couple of those. People bought them, designed their perfect home, picked out every selection, and then, interesting, better job offer came in a bigger city somewhere else. Too sad, so bad, and we got to go where the money's talking.
That's a realtor's dream right there.
Yeah. No, there's someone at my firm that was very happy to help someone buy $1 million house and turn around and sell it for the
Sell
same.
it again in a year.
Yeah. I mean, she was so happy to get the news they got a great job offer.
I'm so happy for you. Take that job offer.
Yeah, exactly.
Jump in here, Pattie Boden.
That area is so interesting because, I mean, it's a lot like bringing the big city into Charlotte. I mean, you've got the train tracks behind you, that townhouse, row house feel. I mean, it's very reminiscent of, downtown Chicago or Soho or, neighborhoods like that too. So I guess for people that are transferring here, it makes them feel, kind of country, kind of city, kind of comfortable, back and forth.
I love it.
There's a lot of that.
I think it's excellent branding. Lean into those railroad tracks. CNO Row. It's
history.
Tells a story.
Yep.
It's an asset, not a detraction.
Totally agree. Harris Tolber, our fabulous director, has some questions and has some photos that accompany the questions.
Fabulous.
Harris Tolber, the show is yours, my friend.
Okay, so Sydney, I believe you sent us some pictures of some homes with some like interesting dog-related interior
Definitely.
Designs. We have some with like some built-in tiled like dog showers.
Yes.
Which seem very interesting and unique, and I was wondering if you could talk about that.
Yeah.
And also you mentioned that like people these days are buying homes like specifically for their dogs and pets, so if you just would want to comment on those, and I'll put some pictures up on screen while you do.
Love it, Harris.
Fabulous, definitely. So it's funny, I feel like mudrooms have had their moment, and I kind of feel like dog washes are being incorporated into those mudroom renovations, and the kind of, when you're building a custom home or when you're renovating something, you're spending good money on that, and people want it to fit how they actually live, right? And so seeing these dog washes and things like that, I think it's just another example of how really people are considering dogs and pets part of their family and how they want to make that home fit for their needs. I know when I'm doing our renovation, I'm going to be actually incorporating a very large, like stone deep sink into my powder room. So I'm going to have a dog wash as my sink in my powder room, so that hopefully no one even notices. And
But you can do that with little dogs.
I can. My dogs are like 25 pounds each, so it's not bad. But yeah, and a lot of people are building custom things like special crates that are built in and look like a piece of furniture. That's been a trend that we've seen in kitchen design and in bathroom design for a long time, making things look like pieces of furniture rather than just more cabinetry.
That's a great way to use under stairway space too.
Yes, it really is.
Because it's functional.
Yep.
And it also looks the part. I love it. And we're showing it right now. I really like the photos on screen that you've sent over. They look great.
All
Well,
right.
Patty helped curate those for sure. So yeah.
Pattie Boden,
Every
you
once
brought
in a
a
while.
rock star on the program.
Every
What?
once in
How
a
do you
while.
spend your weekends? You've touched on it a little bit here. What are you and the man doing if you're not going to Devil's or on a hike or Blue Mountain? What restaurants are you going to?
Well, I spend a lot of my weekends working.
Yeah.
As is the Realtor way, with
Absolutely.
open houses and showing houses on weekends when our 9 to 5 clients are available and go look at stuff. We are big moviegoers.
Yeah?
We're very happy that Alamo came to this town.
love
We're,
it.
Oh, yeah.
we're all up in some Alamo.
Yeah.
I would say C&O is actually probably my favorite restaurant downtown. I love me some C&O.
Yeah.
That
Downstairs bar.
ricotta gnocchi there. I mean, it's a heavenly
A couple
dish.
drinks by the fish tank downstairs.
Don't mind it.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
Pattie Boden, and yours?
Oh,
Yours
well.
change. I always put you on the spot on this because I feel like you
You
find a
do.
different
I-
oasis.
Well, I'm just such a victim of habit. I mean, Tuesday night's beer run, Friday night's Millers.
Yes.
Unless it's Friday night when some of our favorite bands
Dirty
are playing at
Nellies.
Nellies.
Yeah.
We're just kind of everywhere, and we're open to trying new things. You
Yeah.
know, happy hour during the week at Public, and
Daniel Kaufman, your boy.
and always a beer at 3 Knots when we can. That's a good lunch spot.
Dave is watching.
Yep.
I love watching a game
like
at
going
3
everywhere.
notch.
Yeah,
That's a great thing to do too.
that's right.
And and don't forget about what do you call it when you have the beverages on the water?
Oh, Yacht Club.
Yacht Club. Yeah, Yacht Club. That's what I'm thinking about.
Wednesday night, Yacht Club.
Yeah.
I'll miss it tonight because of this Eastminster Dog Show, but yes.
Have you been to the Eastminster Dog Show yet, Sydney?
I have been, and I'm going to try to go tonight. It is so fun. I love that it celebrates all dogs, not only purebreds or young dogs.
What
or
do you
anything
call
like that.
the non-purebreds that are the mutts from America?
American Classics.
American Classics. Pattie Boden.
Heinz 57, American Classics.
American Classics. Oh, this has been a good show. Sydney, you've made 40 minutes fly by, and Pattie has as well, and feels like 4 minutes. Why don't we close the program with you interacting with that camera? You can go anywhere you want.
All
And
right.
we will turn this into a sizzle reel for you, which you can feature on your social channels moving forward.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for having me. As a realtor in Charlottesville, I absolutely love what I do. I love helping people find homes and sell homes and do some of the most emotional and large financial transactions that they ever do in their lives. I take it very seriously, and I try to make it the least stressful as possible and, make it a fun process.
I love it. Welcome, Greg Dickerson, to the program. Same for you.
And, we're just going to have to close with something typically Sydney. Laissez bon.
Ton roulette.
Well, mais oui.
This has been a great show.
Yeah, it's been fun.
You bring a great dynamic, guys.
Thank you.
What's Barking Local Wednesdays at 3 p.m. on the I Love Seaville Network. Give the show a like. Give it a share. You can find the show in totality at Animal Connection's Facebook and website.
Yep.
Animal Connection is undoubtedly, undisputably, without question, the best pet store in Central Virginia, and it has been for the last 17 years.
I love
And
it
it's
when you say
thanks
that.
to the vision and the entrepreneurial mindset of Pattie Boden. Patricia Boden.
Thank you.
Do you like Patricia? Is that only when you were in
No,
trouble?
oh my gosh, when I was in trouble, it was Patricia Ann
Yeah.
Harris. You were in so much
Which
trouble.
I've got to think was often. Was it often?
It was more than you know.
I bet. Because you're mischievous.
I'm
No
cre-
comment
I'm
on that?
creative.
You're
I'm creative
creative.
with my time.
She's creative with her time. She's Pattie Boden. She's Sydney Robertson. I'm Jerry Miller. It's What's Barking Local. Bust out your phones and put on your calendar Wednesdays at 3 o'clock.
That's right.
Join us next week with Dave Warwick.
That's right.
The
You never know
Brewmaster
what's gonna happen.
from
That'll be
Three
a
Notch
good
Brewing
one.
Company. We may have some adult beverages, so prepare yourself.
Maybe. Most likely.
Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, guys. Have a good one. Good work.
All right.
Killed it. You killed it.
That was fun.
Excellent work. Excellent
Didn't
work.
hurt a bit.
No, that did go by quickly.
22 minutes.
That was
like
easy
4
peasy.
minutes.
Good.
We're